Welcome back, guys. Today in my channel we have great news for you. Wonderful things in the magical kitchen, like I promised before. Today in the clinic we'll have weight loss issues, so if you're interested on that and that's your subject, come back right away because I have a lot to tell you in reference to that. We have candle magic, the tea talk time with some surprises, the tea for today. We have the wonderful story of Milo, the superhero dog. I call it the magical dog. But all that is coming back when you're ready. So are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome back, guys. It's been a while, right? I had a great holiday. I hope you guys had a great holiday as well. We were doing some traveling, and so we had so much to do in the clinic and at home that we decided to take a little break. But I hope you guys had a great previous holiday. Are you getting ready for the next one? Well, I know we are. Today, as I mentioned, in the clinical visit, one of the most important issues in the world for a lot of people, it's weight issues. I myself had my issues in the past, and I would like to share with you today some of that. We're going to be using wonderful herbs to help with that issue, and I'm so excited to start, so let's get this going. All right? All right. Now, so if today the concerns is the weight, hopefully you didn't eat that much turkey. Let's see. Any medical histories that we don't know about? Now you know. Okay. Any family history? Obesity? Okay. Diabetes? All right. High blood pressure? Okay. Any prescribed medications? None? Okay. Supplements, because supplements are important, also important for us to know before we can work on an herbal infusion for anyone. None? Okay. Now, let's talk about the diet. How is your diet? Bread? All right. Rice? Potatoes? Coffee? How much coffee do you drink per day? 4 to 6 cups. Okay. Pizza, pasta. All right. Any allergies? No. Activities. Are you doing any activities? Okay. All right. A lot of times when people are feeling tired, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're out of shape. Some people do work out and they still feel tired and sluggish. A lot of times we in the medical field, because as I explained to you guys before, I was a registered nurse for 28 years, and in the medical field we learned that sometimes we have to blame this into several things. The wrong diet, yes, you're eating the wrong things. A lot of food gets you there, but also you can have a thyroid issue. If you have a thyroid issue, which is the gland that, takes care of the cholesterol, the metabolism, etc., it tends to make you feel tired. And a lot of people develop what the diagnosis called fatigue, which is very tired, sleepy all the time, not feeling like doing anything. And so you might want to get your thyroid check with your regular doctor to see if it's also an issue in your life. All right? Now, to make it really quick, because we are here in the regular visits of the clinic, of course, we take more time with you. The overview, okay. We're gonna need a weight aid treatment. Also, and something for energy, because I see that you do need a lot of energy. You said that you're not sleeping well and not feeling like doing stuff. All right, so we have to work on that. Now, The preparation that I'm thinking of today with the herbs, infusion. The first one I'm going to use is Moringa. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Moringa. I have a tree that my father gave me, and I planted when I was little, and it's really big right now. Moringa helps with energy, health. It helps with the joints. It enhances healthy joints, and also for the immune system. It helps with the, immunity. Helps to, it aids people with healthy immune system. The next one is ginseng, and it stimulates metabolism and energy. So that you need, because when your metabolism is too slow, you tend to absorb fat and store fat in your body. Okay. The next one is called Yerba Mate, which is an appetite suppressant, and it also gives energy. And the last one is Carcinia cambogia, which suppresses the appetite. So I'm going to put all this together in an infusion, and then I'm going to have you, and you will be drinking this as the way that I'm going to tell you over here, okay? Which is usually 1 to 3 cups per day for 10 days to see how you do. And then for some people who really don't want the liquid done, I make the tea and in a way that it has all the ingredients, and all you have to do is prepare the tea later on. But for you, I'm gonna do the infusion, and then I will see you though in a follow-up in 2 weeks from now. I will see you in a follow-up. But first, I would like to advise you to lower down your carbs and the starches. Rice, pasta, all that has a lot of carbs, a lot of starches. I'm not saying to stop it, although it will be great for that. But I'm just saying reduce it a little bit. If you used to have 2 cups of rice, please have half, or at least 1, and then you move down a little bit. Increase your exercise, of course. If you're not a person that likes to go to the gym or do sports, you can also do some walking. So at least 3 times a week, do some walking for 20 minutes or more. Make sure that you go around at least 1 mile, and if it's not enough, then you go around and make that mile. Okay, that speeds the metabolism. It brings down the blood sugar levels if they're high. It also helps bringing down cholesterol when you walk. Okay, and also eat healthy. Eat a healthy diet. Add more fruits and vegetables to your diet. Have some rice, but don't do it 3-5 times a week. Try to have it at least twice a week, the most. And just have half a cup on the side. Try to have the organic jasmine, which is really good, or brown organic. Have a cup, but fill your plate with a lot of veggies. It kind of tricks your body into thinking that it's eating a lot, and that helps there. And add fruits to your diet. Try to stay away from dairy products if it's possible, and a lot of red meat and carbs and pastas and rices like that. All right. Okay, now I would like to share something with you to sort of give you like a boost. And it's my pictures. I used to struggle a lot with weight, and I'm not a thin person, but I am thinner than I used to be. I used to weigh 180 pounds, and with my infusions and mixing the herbs and stuff like that, and carrying a healthy diet, because I'm a vegetarian. I'm not saying for people to turn vegetarian, but it's not a religion either. But it helps to cut down on some things that are not good for you, such as a lot of red meat and stuff like that. Only because you're a vegetarian, that doesn't mean that you don't eat flours and stuff like that, and so that's not good either. So you have to be careful with that. But I was much heavier, and I started doing this, taking the infusions, more herbal teas, and for the weight help, and I made a lot of difference. A lot of things happened because I lost a lot of weight. Today I weigh 130, and I am very happy for that. Now I'm going to show you real quick a picture of me. This was me before. Okay, so real pictures. I am not showing exactly the whole body, because I really don't have a picture of me in a bathing suit. I'm not a bathing suit person, but you can see, especially the face, it's rounder and stuff like that. Like I said, I still have some to go, but at least it's getting there. My goal is 125, but when you reach a certain age, not that I'm that old, you shouldn't weigh too much. You should not lose too much weight, because your skin wrinkles and it sags and stuff like that. So try to do exercise to tone it down, and stretch yourself, take walks, And that's what I do also, because I used to have a high cholesterol level, and that helps with that too. All right, well, this is it for the clinic today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure that you take care of your weight. If you have any questions, give us a call at the number in my webpage, which is here. This is my webpage. I will mention it later on in the segments, and this is my email if you have any questions that I can help you with. And if you would like an appointment with our herbal clinic, we can help you with different issues. And not just weight, it's also thyroid and a lot of other stuff, high blood pressure, anything. Talk to us and ask us what we can do for you. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you enjoy the next one too. So don't go away, because right now the Magical Kitchen is coming up with a wonderful recipe that I told you for protection of your home, which is really great around this time especially. All right, see you around later. We get to our magic powder today. I would like to introduce to you my BOS, Book of Shadows. This is the book that I told you guys before about. It's a book that I made myself from scratch, handmade, and I am very proud of it. I use this book when I have to make like extremely important spells. All spells are important, especially to me, but some of them require more energy, more magic than others. So when that happens, like a protection powder or protection spell like today, I use my Book of Shadow. Okay, let's see. My Book of Shadow is going to be explained later on in one of my sections, to let you know exactly what it has and all the details of how it was made. Okay, but for today we are going to get that protection spell going. Okay, now all right, it's called Protection Spell for Home. All right, the ingredients that we'll use today are rosemary, anise seeds, sage, lavender, blessed distill, and a bay leaf. Those are important herbs that contribute into the protection of the home and any protection magic. Okay, now I have here my black candle because it's one of the colors which I will talk to you about later in a later section, on reference to the colors on the candles. And the black one, it's good to be used for protection spells, so forth. Like I always say, if you don't have the right color, a white one is always good. Okay, today we'll be using the Presidio one, which means protection one, that I introduced to you before, with a tourmaline crystal on it. Okay, now let's see. We will put together all the herbs. They have to be dry. So what I did is that I picked them up from my garden and what we call harvest them, and I let them dry for two weeks approximately in a brown bag, and then you peel them off, you know, and then you crush them together and you make the powder. So let's go to the specific and we'll get everything together. Okay, I have here my crystal clear quartz, which is the one I'm going to use for the enchantment, and my mortal pestle, of course. Today's powerful spell is not that complicated because the ingredients are very easy to get, and it's also very easy, the procedure of putting them together. It's a matter of putting everything together. So I'm gonna start with rosemary. Okay, rosemary, as you can see, is already dry. Okay. I'm going to put 1 tablespoon for each because I'm trying to make enough of the protection. This protection spell, you can use it around the house, by the windows, or you can throw it at the air and send it to where you want it to go. Okay, I'm going to take anise. Sage. This one has, this is the white sage, and I'm going to use a little bit of the leaves because it's what we use. We don't use the aerial parts, we use the leaves in this section. A couple of them will do. Because sage, you don't need to put that much. It's a very powerful plant. Okay. All right. Put that. Blessed thistle. I love blessed thistles because it's also a very powerful plant that you can use for different things, not just magic, also for healthy stuff. This is the lavender. We use the buds. And a bay leaf. I love bay leaves as well. You can use them for cooking. It gives us an amazing taste to your food. But it's also used for spells that we use for money, abundance, you know, richness, and all that stuff. Good luck. All right. Now, first I'm going to crush all these ingredients together. And there's an ingredient that is missing still that I haven't mentioned, but I'm leaving it for last. But they do have to blend together because that's what makes it special. The blending of it, and then you know you can use it. Like I said, you can put this in the windows around your home. You can also put this inside a small pouch that you can tie up pretty well. If you don't have anything to wrap it with, you can also use a piece of rope, which I love personally. Also a piece of strong vine from any tree, that's amazing to use. And you can place it under your pillow if you need protection, also under somebody else's pillow for the protection. I was just cutting the leaf, the bay leaf, a little bit more because sometimes it's hard to crush. So you just cut it in pieces and add it there. Okay, all right. The powder is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the last ingredient, dragon's blood. Ooh, this is great. Now, before I add the dragon's blood, I'm going to say the spell. Okay? Holding my crystal next to my book with my power hand. Okay? Nos sunt tuta et nos unum somos nos sunt invisibila amalum nos spiritus personages our liquid et malut habes odomen corporemente praule processiones del anima tumus protectus meus protectus selas scotum nos sunt tuta. I'm going to use a dropper. All you need is 1, 2, 3 drops. Okay? You mix it together with the rest of the ingredients, and then you put it in a container like this. There you go. You label it, protection powder, and then you use it for whatever reasons that you want. Now, the spell that I made today was in Latin, but in Spanish, I mean in English, I just have it in Spanish, but in English will be we are protected, we are one, we're invisible to harm. No spirit, flesh or blood, entity, alien, shadows can harm us, or our possessions, or our house, or our bodies, or our minds, or our souls. I am Amber Witch, I have power of the word. So would it be from this day forth. Protection in my heart. It is done. Once the powder is done, enchanted, pour it inside the bottle. Make sure the bottle is cleansed first with the moon water spray that I told you guys about, which I'll talk to you about later on at the tea time talk. And make sure that it's cleansed before you put the powder inside. Also, make sure that you cleanse all your tools before you do the enchantment. So the powder is done. Now it's time to spread it. Like I said, my favorite is spread it in the air, send it to where you want it to go. Place it around the areas of the house that you would like to protect. This is a very powerful protection powder. We can also do the powerful protection spell, as a potion. That is something that I'll bring to you another time. But remember, the right candle, the right stones, the right wand is extremely important for each spell. And of course, the right book of shadows. I will be telling you more about my book of shadows later on in my segments, so you cannot miss it because it's extremely important. I will tell you how to enhance it and how to tame it, and a lot of things that you need to know for your book of shadows. Okay, all right guys, this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Use your powder wisely and make sure that you have an open mind full of wonderful and positive energy for you and everyone surrounding. Okay, all right, there goes the magic powder. Send it away and let it do the work. Today's tea is camel with honey. It's really good. And it calms you down, but also makes you sleepy. So if you take it in higher doses, you have a great sleep. So make sure you don't take it before you go to any of those holiday parties, okay? Well, it's so good to be back, guys. We had our own really great celebration, and we're getting ready for the next one. For those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, I really don't celebrate Christmas per se. I love the lights, I love the decorations. I think it's awesome. But you know, if you're a magical person like me, you know we celebrate more than you. But everything comes on whatever your family is happy with. That's exactly what you should do. Well, today in our section, we have the tea of today, which is chamomile. Just take some of your chamomile flowers, let them get dry, crush them in your mortar, put them in your, to make it easy, put them in your coffee filter, then put some water, and voila, make your tea. You can add some milk to it, and you can also add some almond creamer, which is what I usually add to it to make it a little creamier. And you can put a little bit of cinnamon as well on the side. You know, I always bring cinnamon in it. I know my cup cannot be any larger, right? But we're celebrating. I'm celebrating. You see me? I celebrate every day, though, actually. But it's good to celebrate. It's good to be happy. It's good to feel great. All right. And you know, these teas are great for them. Now, also, let's see. What else today? Oh yes, I wanted to let you know that the chamomile tea also is used for with the honey especially. Is used of thresholds, door, windows, and keeps unwanted energy out. So the chamomile tea is used for spells such as that, part of the protection spell theme, which is what we're doing today in this channel. Okay, all right, one little sip. Great. Now, to keep on, I promised you that I was going to have some great stuff for you today with information, and that includes candle magic. Yes, we also have the wonderful story of our super doggy Milo. He will be with us soon, but first we're gonna work on that candle magic because it's good stuff for you to know when you're dealing with your enchantments and stuff for this holiday. Okay, let's discuss candle magic. Okay, let's bring those magics now. The red candle is used for spells of passion, love, you know, love spells, sexuality and vitality. And so when you use one of those spells for such things like Valentine's Day, and when someone wants to fall in love, or want someone to fall in love with them, any of those spells that you do, make sure you use a red candle. For the orange candle, it signifies the sun. Okay, and the sun is peaceful and is calmness, capability to concentrate and ameliorate in knowledge, you know, all that stuff. When you want to relax and stuff like that, you use the orange candle. It helps your mind clear, and it's you know, calming and stuff like that. All right, now there's several colors that we use for spells in candle magic, of course, but today I chose two because we have too much to go to do, and we don't want to take a lot of time. But it's good to practice. Like I always say, if you don't have the color, always use the white candle. Now, the best to use is the real beeswax candles, which are those. You see, they have some all the secretes there that you can see. Also, they burn faster, so make sure that you put them in the right place, and keep them away from anything that can burn, away from children. Make sure you have in the altar correctly. I also recommend, before you use the candles, make sure you cleanse them with the moon water, and then you can use them. Also, never blow candles. Sometimes I blow them when I finish the magic in the kitchen because I'm doing something specific. But when you're writing a spell, when you're doing a spell for protection, or like I did today, or to change things, and that you need the elements and stuff like that, don't blow out the candle. Either take it out with your fingers or a stick. Don't blow it, okay? It's part of that. And so I recommend, beeswax is always better. You don't have to, but it's always better. And when you're done with the spell, make sure that you also cleanse them again if you're going to use them. When you do a spell, make sure you have a candle such as this size, because most of the time when you do a spell that is something working, like someone getting better, someone coming to you, something that changes through the realms and spirituality, it's always advisable to let the candle burn all the way until it's finished. That's the sealing part of the spell. Okay, so make sure that you don't buy this humongous candle that's gonna last forever. All right, good. Let's get to the next thing that we have for today. Is a story about the superhero dog, what I call Milo. I know some of you have been waiting for that because it's in the thumbnails, it's in the title. So yes, we're here now. I wrote some things that I wanted to say about him because I wanted to be special and I didn't want to forget. So I'm going to read to you on and off while I show you some clips of Milo. So pay good attention, all right? Here we go. We will never know exactly when Milo was born, because when we rescued him, his abusive owner have moved away and left him behind to die. Thanks to a neighbor, though, who kept an eye on him and fed him food, whenever she could, so she was able to. Thanks to her, we also received the news that he needed saving. She has 5 dogs of her own, so she really couldn't take care of Milo, and she was looking for someone that will do that. When we heard about the Milo situation, we did not hesitate a second. We did not, and we started working our plan to move in. My 2 sons, Jonathan and Joel, they went into their rooms, pack up their stuff for the road, because it was a long trip, and we went on the quest to save Milo. When we brought him home, he was a sad, angry dog who did not like to be touched, pet, or even looked at. I understood what he was feeling though, because it took me some time to heal myself. Since I was, I have experience, I was domestic violence survivor, and I had that experience. Our family at that time was going through a lot of emotional struggles and trying to heal ourselves. So, but we almost became a broken family. With the time we took care for him, training him, showing him that he belonged to a family, caring for him, playing with him, without realizing at first, we became a closer family and free spirit parents to Shaggy, whose name we changed to Milo, in memory of a close friend who died years ago, being a hero. Milo is a happier and joyful doggy now, who loves both of his toys, and enjoys walks with my son and me sometimes. He even waits for my son in the morning in front of the door, waiting for him to play with him before breakfast. It's amazing. He's such a character, such a full of life doggy, and you can tell that he has hope in his face. And I know that in his mind he's probably thinking, I am so happy because this family saved me. But he might feel so, because it's the truth. But then again, wasn't this vice versa? Didn't he save us at the speed we were going over in the family? And Milo came to us right on time. He's a hero, Milo. He saved our lives because we were struggling in my family, and like I said, he came to us just when we needed someone, just when we needed a wonderful pet to take care of, to care for, to nurture, you know. Say hi, Milo. Hi. Hi. We love him so much because he's such a spirited animal. He takes care of the house. He guards the house, right, Milo? He guards the house. He thinks he's a big dog, you know. And at night, he's always taking care of the house and making sure that no, you know, negative vibes come to the house. So in a way, he's also a magical dog. For me, it is. For my kids, he is. And he's so amazing. He loves his treats. So he loves his toys, right, Milo? And we're so grateful to have him. He's making such a mess already. Yeah, he likes to be pet as every dog, of course. He's really good. And you know, he eats a lot. That's why he has a big belly. We love Milo. Anyway, guys, we have come toward the end of our section. I'm gonna let Milo play around, see what he does. Before we go, I wanted to remind you of this. The moon water sprays that I always tell you about, they come in different fragrances, and also each one has an individually purpose. For example, this one is called Love Light, and it's for attraction, love spells, passion, etc. And it has great ingredients there that I will tell you about later on in my segment. But it has hibiscus and rose petals, which is it's involved with the enchantments and the spells for love. We have Amber Enchanted. It has great fragrance, and it's made for enchantment and different spells. Also for a daily basis, you feel spirited, you feel enchanted all day when you wear this in your body. You can also spray it in the air. You also have wolfsbane, which has lavender, also not wolfbane, and it's also to make you feel self-confident, strong-minded, etc. And each one has an enchantment done by me and the Book of Shadows, and they were great. They're great to cleanse your tools in the altar, to cleanse your home, your body, etc. If you're interested in any of them, please let me know in my email and ask me any questions, and let me know the procedures, and I'll let you know how to get one of them, okay? Or more if you want to. That I might once, don't forget that I made once also. I also make the Book of Shadows, but we'll explain that to you with details later on. I guess I hope you guys had a great time today. I know I did. I know Milo did. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. For those of you in the spiritual world, have happy you and enjoy your life. Remember, let the magic guide you, okay? And take care of your pet, all right? Say bye, Milo. Say bye.